Hello, my name is Michelle Singson, and I am the Manager of Tax Operations at EWM Tax Solutions. Today we will be reviewing the topic of Roth Conversions. A Roth conversion refers to taking all or part of the balance of an existing traditional IRA and moving it into a Roth IRA. Since this strategy triggers taxable income, it is fair for you to ask, why would you do this? The reason is that over the long run, we do expect you'll pay less tax, possibly a lot less, and exercise more control in doing so. The biggest advantage is having tax-free withdrawals in retirement. See, as a traditional IRA grows, so does the tax liability that you will pay when you start taking distributions from that account. With a traditional IRA, you pay the taxes when you take the distribution. However, a Roth IRA allows for tax-free withdrawals from the account. Basically, you pay the tax now, rather than later, when the liability may be higher and your income may be lower. Another reason this might make sense is that with traditional IRAs, required minimum distributions, or RMDs, are mandatory once you reach age 72, regardless if you actually need the money. So, the money can't grow if you are forced to take distributions. Roth IRAs do not force you to take RMDs, so the money can stay in the account and keep growing tax-free. Let's look at a real-life example of a problem we see very often at EWM. This couple have been great savers and good investors for a long time. They have saved and deferred substantial sums throughout their working years. While those habits have put them in a position of living their retirement dreams, and they are, there is just one nagging problem. They are distraught with where they will forcibly be in the future with respect to their tax situation. As you can see, their current federal tax burden, highlighted in green, is very low, but as they move further into retirement and further into the required minimum distributions, it will prove to be very costly. In fact, it is fair to say that they will likely pay more in their later years than they ever paid while working and saving. Yes, you heard that correctly. They are likely to pay more in their retirement years than they paid while they were working. Well, since RMDs are mandatory and the assets are not likely to go away, the options are few. Here is one thing I would suggest they consider. During these next few years, as shown in yellow, where taxable income and taxes will remain predictably low, they should at least consider making a Roth conversion. What does this do? They do pay the tax now, but at a much lower rate than they will be faced with in the future. They can build an asset pool outside of their retirement plans that will afford them the ability to do some bigger spending, for example, a new car or a remodel, without having a big bump in taxes the year that they need it. Even in the worst case scenario, early death, it can give them the ability to transfer the assets to their kids without the huge bill that the kids would likely face given their ages and income, and with only 10 years to withdraw the inherited sums. All in all, paying earlier, different from what they have been accustomed to, looks pretty wise. Please note that it is very important that the conversion is done properly, or there may be considerable tax implications. An analysis should be done to consider if this makes sense for your situation. Some questions to ask are, will you need the money right away? The money that was part of the Roth conversion cannot be withdrawn for 5 years. A Roth conversion is a taxable event. Some or all of the amount you convert could be considered taxable income in the year of conversion. Will this push you into a higher tax bracket? Although we don't know what tax rates will be like in the future, you may have an idea if you will be in a lower tax bracket now or once you retire. If you think your tax rate may be lower now, it may make sense to do a conversion because you'll pay taxes while you're in a lower tax bracket and be able to enjoy tax-free withdrawals later. However, if you think your tax rate may be lower later, the conversion may cost you more in taxes now. As you can see, there are many points to consider, and a calculated analysis should be done to see if this is right for you. Our team at EWM Tax Solutions would love the opportunity to help you decide, and as always, help you earn more, keep more, and live more. Thank you for watching. We look forward to hearing from you.